What is going on, guys? We are back with another video. Yeah, we're we're taking our attempt at the Kegha reason. This is one that I've been, want to do for a while, but there's been like, complications and stuff like that. So here we are. I'm thinking, I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm thinking with the addition of Eloise instead of Ren, we should maybe be able to. We should be able to do this without, losing anybody. That's mainly what my focus is. But here, this, it's always been the frame issue here. Always been a frame issue here. They can handle it. It's gonna, unfortunately. Here we're gonna pop this as soon as we possibly can. It's the frames are gonna suck in the beginning because there's like so much stuff on the screen. I screwed up there. I should have popped that. She's gonna seek out the biggest threat. Here we pop this as well. Okay. You gotta, excuse me for not saying too much. It's really because I'm focused. Because my last run-ins with this, they've done some damage. We should be okay now. Yeah, we're doing much better than what we initially had done. I should honestly talk about the strategy because there is a strategy here. The strategy is you need to deal with these healers as soon as possible because all they're gonna do is continue to sustain one another, which is really bad. Okay, let's pop this. Also pop this because she's taking way too much damage. Here she's gonna again seek out the strongest one. So I still one of you alive over here, bro. Goodness gracious. This is why it's like important to take them out because they are so annoying. They are so annoying. They will literally run away from you. That's the last one. Alright, so while this is done, you know, if you didn't already understand what was going on there, what you want to do, what you essentially want to do there is you need to take care of the healers. You absolutely have to take care of the healers. If you don't take care of the healers, that one in particular is like an absolute hell. That first one, they honestly make that first one just god awful. It's it is such a massive jump. It is not necessarily because of like, yeah, they do more damage, they are tankier. It's the fact that that healer runs away and like heals them for so much, and then when there's a lot of them at the same time, you don't really have much room for error. So you either have a bulky ass team like this, like how I do, or you have a team that can immediately get to the enemy as soon as possible, kill them as soon as possible, and minimize the amount of casualties that you end up having. Easier said than done. Way easier said than done. It is difficult, man. It is difficult. I remember trying that like the first time. I didn't get anywhere. I'm like, okay, this is rough. I need to I need to take some time for this one. I don't think I should revisit this until my team's significantly stronger. So I sat, much like the what is it, the combat training, I sat on that until I was able to do like the last one. I sat on the fifth one. There are 6 stages, 6 levels. I waited until I was strong enough to, you know, get to that final stage and clear all those levels. And at least for me, she was the missing piece, just because like that additional shielding and taunting, coupled with the healing that you get, it really does make a difference. It definitely helps a lot. It helps tremendously. It is a godsend. I think that might be something that you make a video on as well. I'm sure you guys will tell me. I'm sure everybody will let me know. But this is the team that I used here for that particular level. This is you know what it looks like currently. I can upgrade this more. I just wanted to see before I, you know, invested more. I'm going to invest more into Eloise. I actually love her a lot. Actually one of my favorite units right now. You know, she has decent evasion. We have quite a bit of damage resistance, as you can tell. Like it's necessary. And then compiling that with Solvik, you know, helps a lot. You know, the crit chance is there, the crit damage is there, a little bit of accuracy as well. Mainly to, you know, make sure I'm not missing my shots, so I'm able to get this up as soon as possible. Here's my stats. You got some attack speed there. Attack speed is, in my opinion, necessary. I also have a bit of health here, damage reduction, as you can see, and crit damage as well. We have a bit of evasion there, some attack, and some, you know, crit damage as well. And again, we have some damage here, we have some attack, and we have some crit damage. The damage scales the more attack that you have, so don't neglect attack. It's actually important to also scale with, you know, your flat stats. So keep that in mind. And then here's, you know, the stats here is crit damage, crit chance, damage reduction, which at some point I might roll into some more damage reduction. She needs the survivability, same as, you know, Solvik. Just need the survivability. And then here's my main carry. As you can see, she has all of her pretty much everything minus the chips. I'll be working on the chips eventually, but she has, you know, decent amount of crit chance, which goes up. Evasion, really high evasion. She needs it because she doesn't have much survivability otherwise. Some bit of damage reduction here to help with, you know, compiling on the Solvik stuff. Here's the crit damage. I have, you know, incredibly high accuracy to make sure she's hitting all of her shots. It's really important. And as you can see here, you know, I've modified her to the max as far as, you know, this is concerned from what we can do. It's fully upgraded. She is my main carry. I am also working on Ren, even though it doesn't, you know, look at like I am. I let her sit this one out just simply because I needed the additional bulk. I needed the additional defense as well. You know, she's not that far off with like not nearly as much investment. So once she gets there, she'll be just as strong, if not, you know, stronger in some cases where it's necessary. Also have Smiley. Not all that much in you know, investment. They're just, you know, enough. And these won't really be touched. I'm not gonna, like, these won't be touched until, you know, I actually get her mech, and then I'll invest into it. These as well. These are just, you know, this isn't a chip that I want to modify. They're actually pretty important. I'm saving them for ones that I, you know, actually need. So, excuse me. Here is just have whatever stats. Here is just, you know, crit chance, which you need, and then, you know, extra damage. A little bit of damage reduction there, some attack as well. Not really that important. The main thing that her, you know, job is, it's mainly just to, you know, crit. This will also be, you know, it's just, I left it there. It's not really important. Again, like, this is stuff that I'll be swapping out. And I've been checking my gear, and I just haven't, you know, found anything much better, unfortunately, than this. And it isn't, you know, that bad. Some evasion there, some accuracy there. These are bad chips. That's another reason why there's no investment here, because you don't have 2 stats. I'm not investing into chips that don't have 2 stat lines. And also, like, the fact that, you know, this is what it's doing, which isn't bad by any stretch of the means. It's just not good. Pretty much 47 crit chance there. Could be higher, needs to be higher, because her critting is what, you know, allows the healing to come through. Some evasion there, some decent damage resistance, some crit resistance there. Not that much, so it doesn't really matter. Enough accuracy to where she doesn't miss. And then, you know, the crit damage is whatever. She's not really there to do damage so much as she is to heal. It's her main focal point. Same with Solvik. You know, some crit chance there, some evasion there, and, you know, crit damage, accuracy. Doesn't really matter that much. She just needs to be tanky and get her ultimate up as soon as possible. But I also am not, you know, there's some energy recharge there as well. Even though it only has 1 stat line, it's mainly there for that. Some damage reduction, some attack as well. So I want her to do some damage boost and attack as well. Some health and some crit damage. Again, I'll swap this out. I want her to have more tanky stats. I want her to just survive. So I'll likely swap that out at some point. This is a pretty good chip. So when I find something that's a bit more, you know, defensively oriented, I'll give her that one instead of that there. And then this one is just, you know, it's just for stats, and then, you know, I have some accuracy there so she doesn't miss. So that's more or less the team. As you can tell, you know, which ones I've invested into and which ones I haven't. But I'm gonna turn this into like a bit of a series, because it is a pretty big jump. I'm not sure how many of you have actually done this yet, but yeah, I figured this was, you know, important enough to do so. So let me know what you all think. Let me know if you've already completed this the large instance for the Kegha region, the large scale request, excuse me. I always call it the large instance. Yeah, but let me know if you've done this already. Let me know how you feel about it if you haven't done it, or if you've attempted it and, you know, maybe this video helps you out and you're able to, you know, progress further. And if not, feel free to let me know what you're, you know, what you're working with as far as, you know, what your pilots are, you know, what your box is. And I'll be able to, you know, help you out based off of that. And, you know, once this is done, maybe I'll, you know, give you know, some tips on, like, if you don't have these units, what alternative units that you can use, because there are alternative units, but, you know, I'll leave that for, you know, a separate video than this one. This one's gone on, honestly, long enough, longer than it should have. But feel, you know, free to leave likes, comments, all that stuff, because it definitely helps with the algorithm, and I greatly appreciate it. But that being said, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.